My name is Glen and I'm a living donor coordinator. My job as a living donor coordinator is to take the donor and the recipient through the whole living donor process, right from the start of the assessment to the date for transplant and beyond. We follow the donors up afterwards as well. A very important part of the living donor coordinator role is not just to support the donor through their journey, but also involve the family and support the family when they need support as well. Lots of people become donors if they know somebody that they care about who needs a kidney, or a lot of times it can be somebody who just wants to donate a kidney for the greater good, and the first thing they need to do is get in touch with the live donor coordinator team and we'll start the process off with them. The donation process is individual for everyone. It does involve several hospital visits where we assess our patients. By the end of that process, we will know whether this is a safe thing for you to do as a donor. Unfortunately, not every donor goes on to donate, so the more donors that can come forward for one recipient, the better. On the day of the operation, the donor will go to theatre nice and early in the morning. Takes a few hours for the operation itself, then they come back to the ward once they've recovered from their anaesthetic and spend the rest of the time recovering in the ward. We let family members in to see the donors as soon as possible when they're back from theatre. After the donation, we follow up our donors. It's very important that they have their blood pressure checked and their kidney function checked, even years down the line. Sometimes that can be done through their GP, but we definitely do keep in touch with our donors. The special moments that stand out for me are always at the time of final cross match. That appointment usually takes place about a week before the surgery itself. It's a hugely emotional appointment. At that point, people realise that the surgery is really happening, and it's a fantastic appointment to be part of. And then after the surgery itself, when the donor's been discharged, it's a pretty special time because they know it's all done. It's really important for new donors to always come forward because there is still a waiting list. At any one time, there's around about 450 people in Scotland waiting, and people get transplanted all the time, but people go onto the list all of the time as well. So if we can generate more donors for every person that we can transplant from a living donor, it frees up another kidney for somebody else who's waiting, who doesn't have a living donor option. So it's really important that we keep donors coming in all of the time into this process. If someone was watching this and was interested in becoming a donor, the first thing I would say is get some good information. So look up the Living Donation Scotland website and get in touch with a living donor coordinator.